Hi, Mr. Kato. You're on the line with Steve Jewin of MMA Mania.
Mr. Kato,
Okay.
pleasure to talk to you today. How are you doing?
Oh, really good, really good. I'm happy to be back in Japan after 2 months.
Well, you had an amazing fight, so you should be happy right now. So, first of all, congratulations on getting that big win over Joe Schilling. I know you said you wanted to be famous if you got the win. Do you feel like you achieved your goal?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really happy about what happened during the fight.
You couldn't ask for a better debut at Bellator, a one-punch knockout.
Yeah, that's yeah, sure. Yeah, I have more than I was expecting.
I mean, did you know all along in your heart that you were going to land that punch? You were pretty adamant afterward in your interview that Japanese MMA is for strikers too, so you must have wanted to show us that with your fight.
Yes, because yes, I know like jiu-jitsu or grapplers. There is a lot of good Japanese fighters, but actually the like kickboxing and a lot of different style of karate are really effective even now, and we do have good fighters, good strikers, and yes, I wanted to prove that because my style is from a karate style, so I wanted to show that too. Yeah.
It seems like your fight record reflected that even before Bellator, because you had one knockout after the other, so people probably should have expected that from you all along.
Well, actually, when I was training in France, like, all my coach and training partners were talking that I had to do the fight on the run all the time to be sure to win, but in my head, I was thinking about, yes, of course, controlling the fight on the run, but I was really more like, I wanted to go for a knockout and to exchange strikes with Joe Schilling because, well, I knew I could handle his punch, and I knew that I have quite good punches me too, so yes, I wanted to prove that from the beginning.
Now, actually, you just led into a question I wanted to ask you about Schilling, because his kickboxing record is, and always has been, better than his MMA record. So, did you expect more of a kickboxing style fight from him?
Yes, I was sure he was going to, yeah, of course, doing like a lot of kickboxing techniques, but it means like using the kickboxing stance too. And from that point, I knew what kind of defense I should have to be able to do what I wanted to do. So for me, actually, it was quite how do you say it? Well, I had the plan in my head how to win two real kickboxer guy.
And yeah, the plan obviously worked out because, again, you took him down successfully throughout the first round, and then you landed that perfect punch in the second round, and it's making the rounds. It's on all the highlight reels now. So do you feel like you've got higher expectations now in your next Bellator fight, that people are going to expect the same thing?
Yeah, of course. That's what it is. I did a really heavy knockout, so of course people will want to see the same next fight. And I can imagine what the Bellator are thinking now. So I have pretty good idea about what is going to be my next fight, but there is nothing official, so I just keep it inside me for now.
Well, that's funny because that's another thing I was about to ask you, was if you had any opponents in mind.
No, I said that few times, but I don't like to say that I want to fight this guy and not this guy. You know, it's not my view about being a martial artist. So, well, of course, my manager and promoter will have something to say in the process. But for me, I don't want to be the guy who really is selecting his opponent. It was my conception about being a martial artist.
That's fair. And you're basically taking the position that it's out of respect to Bellator and Scott Coker. If they have a good fight for you and your management agrees, that's the fighter you'll take.
Yes.
Very good. You've had 6 fights, including the Bellator fight last Friday, so none have gone out of the second round. I wanted to ask you about that too, and find out if you ever worry about cardio when you get fights out of there so fast like you've been doing.
Yeah, actually, I'm always worried about my cardio, but on the other hand, I'm working really hard my cardio to be able to stand all the rounds if I have to. So it's because maybe I'm confident that I can handle 3 rounds that I let me pushing really hard from the first round.
So basically, a title fight wouldn't be out of the question then. You'd be able to go a full 5 rounds if Bellator offered you a title shot.
If I have a title shot, of course, I will prepare for that. And yes, of course, I will train and fail to be able to fight like full speed 25 minutes.
It's a division that's definitely up in the air right now because Alexander Shlemenko is suspended and the former champion Brandon Halsey was stripped of the title. So it seems like the door is wide open. And again, you don't like to pick fighters, and I understand that, but it seems like with a spectacular knockout like that, people are going to be talking about you in title contention.
Yes, yes, but as I said, it depends more. It depends on the Bellator and on my promoters more than me. I'm ready to fight the whoever they want, you know. Yeah, that's all what I can say for now.
All right, that's fair. And how did you like your experience in Kansas on the whole?
So, from Japan, I moved to France to prepare the fight. So I was back in France for like 2 months. And I just went to America 1 week before the fight just to be sure to have no problem with the jet lag. So basically, I just saw the casino hotel for 1 week.
So you didn't have a whole lot of time to soak up America, so to speak, with only a week before the fight.
No. I was just in my room thinking about the fight and doing my diet. So no, I didn't see a lot.
No, it's understandable.
Not this time actually. I've been in America a couple of times before, so well, it was not the first time for me in America, but not this time. I was just in the hotel.
Well, now, I always ask American fighters this about traveling to Japan because some of them are unaccustomed with the cuisine and the lifestyle and the time difference, and they don't always perform as well when they go over to Japan. But obviously that wasn't an issue for you, and you said you've been to America several times already. So how do you feel about the food and cuisine and the lifestyle in America?
Yeah, actually, you have to be careful because you have to know all the ingredients you eat. And when you change the country and you don't have the same product, of course, I can understand that it's difficult to do your diet. But for me, I grew up in France, and then went to New Caledonia for years, then from that back to Japan, then been traveling quite a lot. So actually, I do know what I can eat and not eat before a fight, and so I know it was not a big issue for me. I knew how to prepare myself for this fight.
Well, now, you've mentioned France several times, so I do want to clarify and apologize if I misunderstand anything. Do you consider yourself more of a Japanese fighter based out of France, or do you consider yourself a French fighter at all?
No, actually, I have 2 nationalities. I'm French and Japanese citizen, so I'm just considering me as something with 2 cultures. Yeah, that's it. I was raised in France, but from a Japanese father, and now I'm living in Japan. So, no, I have 2 cultures.
That makes perfect sense. And I assume then you had to be pretty happy with Czech Congo's performance because he's one of the most famous fighters out of France. So it's probably a guy you're very familiar with, being from 2 cultures.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, of course, I was really happy for him, and I was really happy to be able to fight on the same card. And yeah, he's a really nice guy, and actually, well, to tell more, he's French, but like me, not like real white French. So I think we have few things in common, and yeah, I was really happy for him.
Very spectacular night for both of you, getting both big wins and both opening up huge doors. So it's going to be continued success for you in Bellator, and I want to give you a chance to, I know your next fight date isn't set yet, but if there's anything else you want to promote, sponsors you want to thank, social media that you want to throw out there, please go ahead.
Okay, well, all my camp in France, all my friends and training partners, I want to thank them because I've been able to make what I did because they were here every day for me in France. So thanks to my coach Fabien and all the team NDF, and thanks to my Japanese team Alive and the head coach Suzuki. Thanks my cornerman Bob Armstrong. Actually, I really like my team because it is like me, you know. My cornerman is from New Zealand, my head coach from Japan, my coach from France, and I have two cultures too. So you know, I'm really happy to be like with some international guys around me, and I thank them for that.
And social media as well, because I know a lot of people will want to follow you and keep up on what's next for you now that they've seen what you can do in Bellator.
Yeah, actually, I just started Twitter. I'm a really beginner, but if I can tell my what do you say that my page, my name is @Hisaki Alive. So everyone who wants some news from me in Japan, they can follow me on Twitter, and I also have my page on Facebook with a weird nickname from my French coach actually, because I'm half Japanese and French. So he said to me, "You only have two choices for nicknames: it's French Samurai or Japanese Musketeer." And I was thinking like Japanese Musketeer was more ridiculous, so that's the one I chose. And so my Facebook page is Hisaki, the Japanese Musketeer, Kato.
I think that's fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and add that page on my own Facebook so I can keep up with you there. But I want to say, domo arigato. Thank you very much for the interview today. I appreciate the time, and we can't wait to see you again in Bellator.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And CJ, thank you as well.